following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. It's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome. We're live here at Veterans Field here in Minnetonka, Minnesota. 77 degrees, sunny skies. We're looking at a high of 83. Hour-by-hour temps for Game 1. We'll probably see upper 70s, maybe hit 80, 81. If West Fargo wins the game and goes to Game 2, we could see temps in the mid-80s, somewhere between 80 and 83. But one game at a time here. They got to take care of Team Manitoba. These two teams met earlier in the season, and the edge, it went in favor of West Fargo. It was a doubleheader. It was two different teams. One of the teams was not this team, and the other team was this team, and West Fargo would win those both. The West Fargo Patriots come into this game with an overall win-loss record of 24 wins and 9 losses on the season so far. Taking a look at round of 16 and quarterfinal round final scores that have come in during the overnight. Of course, back at Red Haddocks Field, the field we were at yesterday, Shakopee was undefeated. They would get knocked off by the final score of 14-12 to Woodbury, and West Fargo would make a statement against Omaha Burke, winning 17-2 in 4.5 innings. And then they would bounce back, and they would in that game against Omaha Burke, Brennan Hammond would hit a grand slam to left field. And then they would move on to the 2 o'clock game against Woodbury. Woodbury would take a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. West Fargo would come up to bat, take the first batter for an out. And then they would get two people on base, and Caleb Deere would step to the plate and smash a 3-run homer over the left field wall and tie the game up on one swing of the bat. The West Fargo Patriots would battle and hang on and win that game by the final score of 9-7. At the Eden Prairie 16 and quarterfinals, it was Hickman, Nebraska, 2-1 winners over Hopkins, eliminating Hopkins. St. Michael Albertville, which is a team that is still alive, they won earlier today. More on that in a moment. 8-2 winners over Stillwater, and then 11-1 winners over Hickman, Nebraska, to win or to get into the semifinals. At the Excelsior site, which is the site we're at today, Team Manitoba crushed Hudson in 5 innings, 12-1. And then in the second game, Rosetown would defeat Gillette, Wyoming by the final score of 19-9. And then I would set up a matchup between Team Manitoba and Rosetown in the quarterfinals. Manitoba would defeat Rosetown by the final score of 10-2 in 6 innings. In the Edina site, it was Creighton Prep and Bemidji, and that was a battle. Bemidji would pick up a 2-run win by the final score of 10-8. And then in the second game, Millard West would be all over Watertown, South Dakota, final in 5 innings, 14-1. And then Millard West and Bemidji would meet in the quarterfinals, and Millard West, in a 6-inning game, would win by the final score of 18-8 over Bemidji. And that sets up the championship round. Millard West and St. Michael Albertville just finished up. I believe it was 5-0. I forgot to look or take a picture of the final score, but I do believe St. Michael Albertville won, and I believe the final score was 5-0 in that game. Matter of fact, last time I looked at the scoreboard in the bottom of the 7th, St. Michael Albertville had pitched a no-hitter when I came up to set up equipment. I'm not sure if Millard West got a hit in the final 2 outs or not. But through 6 2/3 innings, I know for a fact that St. Michael Albertville pitched a no-hitter, and they quite possibly pitched a full game. So that brings us to this matchup, Team Manitoba versus West Fargo, and the winner of this one will get St. Michael Albertville in the 2 o'clock game, approximately 2 o'clock game, coming up right here at this field. And if that team is West Fargo, then we'll have that game for you live here on Magnitude Sports. If it is not West Fargo, then we will not have that game for you live here on Magnitude Sports. So Team Manitoba, West Fargo, the winner, plays St. Michael Albertville in the Gopher Classic Championship game. It started with 96 teams, and now we're down to 3 teams. And one of those 3 teams will be eliminated at the conclusion of this game. We'll take a break. We'll give you a little bit more in-depth of what Manitoba did through pool play, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Talk to you in a bit. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back here to Veterans Field in Minnetonka, Minnesota. The West Fargo Patriots taking their infield warm-ups right now. Manitoba did that earlier. Speaking of Manitoba, let's take a look at what they did in pool play. They were in the pool play right here. This field is where their pool play matches happened. On July 8th, they would pick up a 2-0 win over Sartell, Minnesota, and then in the game right after that, they would fall to Excelsior by the final score of 3-1. They would have one game on day 2 of pool play on July 9th. They would pick up a 12-2 win in 5 innings over Minneapolis Post 1. And then they would move to day 3 in pool play. And Team Manitoba would get a 13-0 win over Sioux Falls West. And then they would pick up an 11-2 win over Omaha Roncalli, if I'm saying that correctly. And both the Sioux Falls and Omaha games ended in 5 innings. So they would go 4-1 in pool play. Sartell, Minnesota would also go 4-1 in pool play, but Manitoba defeated Sartell to get the head-to-head tiebreaker. So Manitoba would be the pool winner, and then they would advance to the round of 16, and they would defeat Hutchinson 12-1 in 5 innings, and Rosetown 10-2 in 6 innings. So that brings them into today's matchup against West Fargo. West Fargo, once again, 24 wins, 9 losses on the season coming into this game, and they are 7-0 so far here in the Gopher Classic tournament. They are one of 2 teams who are still undefeated, and that other undefeated team is St. Michael Albertville, and they are now 8-0, I think, if I did my mental math right. Let me look. They were 5-0 coming out of pool play, and then 6-0, 7-0 in the round of 16 in the quarterfinals. So, yeah, they are, and then they just won today. So they are 8-0. So St. Michael Albertville is 8-0. West Fargo Patriots are 7-0. And if they win this game, we'll have two 8-0 teams in the tournament play for the championship, and that should be a fun one. But it's going to be test number one is going to be Manitoba, because even though the Patriots beat Manitoba earlier this year, back on the first game of the season, I believe it was, June 6th or June 16th. I know it had a 6 in it. That doesn't mean that they have an automatic buy into that championship game, because this should be a tight game. I would expect the winner to win by no more than 3 runs in this one here. So we'll see how it all pans out here over the next hour and a half to 2 hours approximately, and then we'll get our answer on who's playing in the championship game. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. We are approximately 5 minutes away from the first pitch. The scheduled start time is 11:30. I think we'll be on time for that one, but not 100% sure, as West Fargo still partaking in their infield warm-ups. West Fargo will be the visiting team on the scoreboard today, and Team Manitoba will be the home team on the scoreboard. So West Fargo will bat first. Let's go ahead and take a look at West Fargo's batting lineup. It'll look like this. The top of the order, 1, 2, 3, shortstop Brennan Hammond, left fielder Trey Stocker, and designated hitter Griffin Stahl. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the third baseman Evan Berg, the right fielder Caleb Deere, the second baseman Seth Wiggestrand, and the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9, first baseman Connor Entz, catcher Easton Heisler, and then the center fielder Nolan Dodds. Starting on the mound today is number 22, Carter Carlson. He'll be pitching to start this game off here for the West Fargo Patriots. For Team Manitoba, their batting lineup will go like this, and I want to say thanks to one of their assistant coaches for helping me out with a couple of the name pronunciations. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 is the left fielder, number 1, Matt Thompson, the pitcher, number 14, Nolan Chasko, and the catcher, number 17, Cody Gunderson. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is the right fielder, number 15, Skylar Ramsey. The third baseman, number 24, Ethan Gieshbrecht. And I had to look at my pronunciations for that one. And then batting 6 is the shortstop, number 11, Tyson Vassard. And then the bottom of the order at 7, 8, and 9 is the first baseman, number 20, Nixon Carrier, the second baseman, number 27, Cody Wheelgosh, and the center fielder, number 4, Hugh Montgomery. The reserves for Team Manitoba are number 28, Mason DeRuck, number 6, Dylan Schrader, number 13, Hayden Farragher, number 26, Ryan Slatcher, number 23, Jack Lucier, number 10, Jackson McDonald, number 22, Anders Mueller, Number 16, Tyler Robertson. Number 9, Nathan Entz. And number 2, Colson Smith. And that rounds up your reserves for Team Manitoba. So if we look at it defensively on a defensive chart, so Nolan Chasko on the mound, Cody Gunderson catching those pitches behind the plate, and then around the bases from first to third is Nixon Carrier at first, Cody Wielgosh at second, Tyson Vassar at the shortstop, Ethan Gieshbrecht, the third baseman, and then in the outfield, Hugh Montgomery in center, Matt Thompson in left, and Skylar Ramsey in right field. The coaches and umpires are meeting now at home plate, and that means we are getting much, much closer to that first pitch. We'll take one more break. We should have that first pitch for you when we return here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. It's the semifinals of the Gopher Classic Baseball Tournament between Team Manitoba and the West Fargo Patriots. Be back in a moment.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back, and we're ready to go here in the first inning of play. Brennan Hammond will start things off, and he'll take the first pitch for ball one. And the first pitch comes across at 11:32, sunny skies and 77 degrees here in Minnetonka, Minnesota. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count here to Brennan Hammond. Trey Stocker, Griffin Stahl, the 2 of 3 batters that we'll see for sure this inning. And that one comes in for strike 2. On the mound is Nolan Chasko. And once again, I want to say thanks to the coach for helping me out with some of those name pronunciations. We'll go around the bases here in just a moment. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Nolan Chasko. That puts 1 out on the board.
Now up for West Fargo, center fielder number 3, Trey Stocker.
Trey Stocker now will face pitch number 5, and it comes in. I missed it, a strike. 0-1 here to Stocker. Once again, nobody on base, and so you've got, during the commercial break between the top and bottom of the first inning, I'll take care of that buzzing sound that you might be hearing at your home televisions. Apologize for that. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now here to Trey Stocker. On deck is Griffin Stahl. Chasko will deliver pitch number 8 here. And pitch number 8 is low for another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. 2 batters up, 2 batters down on a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Around the bases, Nixon Carrier at first, Cody Wheelgosh at second, Tyson Vassar at the shortstop, and Ethan Giesbrecht at third. And then in the outfield, Hugh Montgomery in center, Skylar Ramsey in right, and Matt Thompson in left. Cody Gunderson behind the plate catching here for Team Manitoba. This is Trey Stocker, or check that, it's Griffin Stahl. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Only 2 minutes into this inning, and that one's hit foul down the left field third base side. You'll have to trust my camera work because I can't see anything past the third base dugout unless I lean out and set up out there, but 0-2 on the fouled away pitch. That's a little high for a ball. On 10 pitches, 2 balls and 8 strikes, and now he's on pitch number 12. The windup and the delivery, swing and a miss, and he strikes out all 3 batters in the top of the lineup here for West Fargo. He has 3 strikeouts already for Nolan Chasko. No runs, no errors, nobody left on base, and we'll be back in a moment here with the home half one right after this on the Magnitude Sports Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. This is Matt Thompson at the plate here for Team Manitoba. As Chasko struck out all 3 batters, West Fargo goes 1-2-3 in the top of the first. First pitch is a little bit low for a ball to Matt Thompson. We'll see Nolan Chasko and Cody Gunderson this inning as well. 1 ball, no strike. That one's fouled away, and now it evens up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Once again, we're at partly cloudy, mostly sunny, however you want to put it. 77 degrees. We could see 77 to 81 during the course of this first game here, and if we have a game 2, we could see about 80 to 83 in that game. So it's going to warm up, obviously, over the course of the early afternoon hours. 2-1 the count now here to Matt Thompson. Once again, Nolan Chasko is on deck. Carter Carlson, the pitcher here for West Fargo, will go around the bases in just a moment. That one's fouled away, and now we'll go around the bases at the 2-2 count. Connor Entz at first, Seth Wiggestrand, the second baseman, Brennan Hammond, shortstop, Evan Berg at third, Easton Heisler behind the plate, and then in center field, it's Nolan Dodds, Trey Stocker in left field, Caleb Deere in right field. Once again, Matt Thompson, the batter. Nobody on, 2-2 count. Inside edge, missed it, full count, 3-2. I have to say, this is one of the better camera views. I don't have to do a whole lot of camera work from up here. I think I'm going to try and set up on the third base line at every field I go to now. And he'll walk him. First runner on comes 5 minutes into the ball game on the 6th pitch by Carlson.
Number 14, designated hitter, Nolan Chasko.
So the pitcher slash DH is Nolan Chasko. He steps up to the plate now. I'm gonna scoot over just a little bit. We did get that microphone moved, that field mic, and the buzz has gone down a little bit, but not much. So I think I might have an idea on how to fix that, and I'll try it during the next half inning break here. I'll try the pickoff attempt there on Thompson, and it's 0-1 to Chasko. Cody Gunderson on deck. And now Easton Heisler is going to walk up, and one of the slowest walk-ups I've seen to the mound, but I see what happened there. The runner on first was having some issues. I was looking over at third in the pitcher's mound. I didn't even see that situation over at first there. So we'll get a round of applause as he's okay. And runner on is Matt Thompson. 0-1 to Chasko. He'll bounce it right back over towards Connor Entz. Up to second. His foot came off the bag and he's safe. They're looking for that 4-6-3, but his foot came off the bag, and that will be a fielder's choice for Nolan Chasko.
Number 17, catcher Cody Gunderson.
So 2 runners on, no hit on the play. It's a fielder's choice for Chasko. Now Cody Gunderson steps up to the plate here. Once again, West Fargo has only not trailed in one of their games. So even if Manitoba scores first here, that doesn't mean West Fargo's out of it yet. The only game that they had the lead in permanently was the game against Ashland, Nebraska back in pool play. I believe that was on day 1, if I remember correctly. 1 ball, no strike here to Cody Gunderson. On deck is Skylar Ramsey. Carlson will set up for the 1-0, and he'll be fouled back for a strike, 1-1. Once again, 2 runners on. Matt Thompson on second, Nolan Chasko on first. Carlson on 10 pitches now, 5 balls, 5 strikes, and pitch number 11 coming up. That one's fouled away for strike 2. Still 0-0 game here between West Fargo and Manitoba on the mortgage lender Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. No relation to Carter Carlson, at least not that I'm aware of. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's 2-2. Carlson remains at an even split on 12 pitches. The intensity of the wait for the pitch, and he gets a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout on Gunderson. Swing and a miss, and now Skylar Ramsey will be up to bat.
Now coming to the plate for Team Manitoba, number 15, right fielder Skylar Ramsey.
So one down here, but still 2 runners on. Pitch 14 here to Ramsey. Wind up in the delivery is into the backstop. The runners will advance first and second to second and third on the pass ball. And Coach Roll's going to come to the mound and have a chat here. Tilt their camera a little bit down. Not used to tilting down for a visit to the mound. I usually have to tilt up, but this one's a little bit higher up than all of our other broadcasts. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union, Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Custom Express Car Wash, Sinorama, Knickerbocker, Clothes Mentor, Starion Bank, Touchmark, Gotta Go Driving School, Mike and Ike's, and West Fargo Baseball. Without them, this coverage would not be possible, and we thank them, and we encourage you to patronize those businesses that you hear about in the broadcast. That one fouled off the left big toe of Skylar Ramsey, and that cannot be pleasant feeling. All right, so 1-1 here to Skylar Ramsey. And that is just low for a ball. It was close, but it's 2-1. And that one's hit past Evan Berg into left field. Scoring is Matt Thompson. Chasko will round third, and it's a 2-run RBI single for Skylar Ramsey to left field. A well-hit ball by Ramsey.
Now coming to the plate for Team Manitoba, batting in the 5 spot, number 24, Ethan Asbeck.
2-0 lead here for Team Manitoba, and now a wild throw over to first on the pickoff attempt will allow Ramsey to go to third. And they will hold the brakes on him there, and now West Fargo getting themselves in a little bit of hot water here. Now going to the books is the first error of the game, and Ramsey will advance to third on that error. And there's a strike tossed by Carlson. Ethan Giesbrecht is the batter. And he'll chip it foul for strike number 2. So once again, the runner on third is Skylar Ramsey. Got to first base on a 2-run RBI single to left, reached third on a throwing error on a pickoff attempt. And now he's 90 feet away from making it a 3-0 game. That one a little low and in, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Giesbrecht. On deck is Tyson Vassar. One, two. That one into the chest protector of Heisler, and it's 2-2. Nice turf field. Once again, they got the what I'd imagine are the football lines for probably a practice field, potentially. They have the exact same setup as the University of Northwestern does on their baseball field as far as the football lines. The dimensions are not quite as deep. 341 down the left field line, I believe, and 325 down the right field line. 375 to straightaway center. So a little bit of a shallower outfield than what West Fargo had in pool play. They did get a couple home runs over that deeper wall at University of Northwestern, though, in pool play. Had to duck down for that one, and now walk them. So now runners on the corners, and that brings up Tyson Vassard.
Now going to the plate, shortstop, number 11, Tyson Vassard.
Well, West Fargo fell down 3-0 to Woodbury in the first inning yesterday, and then they get a couple runners on base, and Caleb Deere would tie the game up on one swing of the bat. Right now they're down 2-0, and Manitoba threatening for more. And the pitch, and that one will bounce away, and Vassar will say to Ramsey, hold up, and then he'll wave Giesbrecht up to second. Record that as a wild pitch, and it's 1-0 here to Vassar. So a base hit would be huge here for Team Manitoba. 2 runs on a hit and 1 error so far. That one's high and in for a ball, 1-0. And he'll hit him. And they'll award him the base. I don't know, it looked like he was trying to get out of the way of it, and then in the process of getting out of the way of it, I think the pitch curved in, and it almost looked like he purposely leaned into it. He didn't, obviously, but just the way the pitch was thrown, it kind of made it look that way. But he will slowly walk up to first, and looks like, I don't know if they'll bring out a courtesy runner or not. Looks like he's going to try and tough it out there on first, so. With the hit by a pitch, will load the bases with only 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And the crowd will give him a round of applause as he'll shake it off and take his base running responsibility on first base. We're 17 minutes into the ball game here with 1 away in the bottom of the first. And now time is called, as Nixon Carrier steps out and steps back into the batter's box. And now he'll step out again. Skylar Ramsey on third, Ethan Giesbrecht on second, and Tyson Vassard on first. Those are the faces on the bases for Manitoba. 25 pitches for Carlson, 14 balls, 11 strikes. Here's pitch 26, and it's low for ball 2. Cody Wheelgosh is on deck. If no double plays occur, we'll see him next. That one's inside for ball 3. So we'll see if Carlson can cash in his free strike coupon here on the 3-0 count. And he will not. It's a bases loaded walk, and that makes it 3-0. Now bring up Cody Wheelgosh.
Manitoba number 27, Cody Wheelgosh.
Coming up later on Magnitude, Eric Tianson will have the Post 400 Stars taking on East Grand Forks. That's a doubleheader. The first game starts at 5:30 at Starion Bank Field in Fargo. Evan Berg will share some words with Carlson as he makes his way back to third base. This will be pitch number 30 for Carlson. Hugh Montgomery moves into the on-deck circle. Wheelgosh and Montgomery represent batters 8 and 9 in the lineup here for Team Manitoba. We're 20 minutes into the ball game now. I think the goal here for West Fargo is to not let that fourth run come across the plate. Maybe a ground ball to a positional player could set up a potential double play, a shortstop or second, or even right back to Carlson for that matter. And now coach will come out and he's going to talk to the official because according to the rules, you're only allowed to make one trip to the mound per inning, and this would be his second. But I think he might be making a pitching change here. We'll see. And he will, yep. Carter Carlson will be responsible for the 3 guys on base should they come around and score. Carter Carlson's day comes to an end. 29 pitches, 18 balls, and 11 strikes, and he'll be replaced by, let's see who's coming out of the dugout here. Is it number 10? I can't see. It might be. 12. It's Peyton Jancy will come onto the mound and pitch for West Fargo. So he'll get some warm-ups, and we'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, Peyton Jancy finishing his warm-up pitches here. No other defensive changes that I don't think there were any other defensive changes. Just a straight switch on the mound here from Carter Carlson to Peyton Jancy. Once again, Carlson giving up 3 runs on 1 hit, and he's responsible for all 3 runners on base should those 3 runners come in and score. So the most that he would give up is 6 runs before we can close the book on him. And the minimum is 3. And we'll see if Peyton Jancy can get 2 outs and take his team out of this bases loaded jam. 2-run score on a hit and a bases loaded walk to make it 3-0 if you're just joining us. That's the recap so far. And Peyton Jancy taking over on the mound. He'll face Cody Wheelgosh. It's I believe it's, and there's a strike. I believe it was in the middle of the at-bat, so it's 2-1 here to Cody Wheelgosh on the pitching change. He comes in and delivers a strike on a 2-0 count, left behind by Carlson. And the 2-1. And there's strike 2. And looking a little bit better on the mound there. So far, so good for Peyton Jancy and the Patriots. And that one will just miss. And it's a full count now here. And We'll see if Peyton Jancy can get the second Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout of the game here for the Patriots and his first. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. High for ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk. Ethan Giesbrecht will come in and score, and that'll be 4 runs against Carter Carlson. So Peyton Jancy is responsible for Cody Wheelgosh on first base. Carter Carlson still responsible for the runners on second and third. There's the windup and the delivery. In for, just missed it. It looked like a strike from my vantage point, but it's a ball, 1-0. Kind of an unfortunate situation to come in on a 2-balls, no strike count, but won't let that one, we won't give him too much grief on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. If West Fargo's able to make it to the next game, I think you have to have 2 days rest. They might have Casey Clemenson available for pitching. I'm not 100% sure where he's at. Two and 2 the count here to Hugh Montgomery. There's strike 3. He rings them up for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, and that's out number 2. It's the second of the game for the Patriots and the first for Peyton Jancy. And now Matt Thompson, as we return to the top of the order. They have bat all 9 now. And there's strike 1 to Matt Thompson. He's 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. Things starting to look up here. We'll see if Peyton Jancy can continue the great effort he's put up so far here. The 0-1, a little high and out for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And that one's also a little high, and it's 2-1. There's strike 2. Once again, Tyson Vassard on third, Nixon Carrier on second, Cody Wheelgosh the runner on first for Team Manitoba, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Matt Thompson. And can he get out number 3 on pitch 6? Check that pitch. 14, he does. They strand 3 on base, and they get out of a bases loaded jam on the pitching change, courtesy of Peyton Jancy. They give up 4 runs, all 4 runs charged to Carter Carlson. Now we can close the book on Carlson, giving up 4 runs on 1 hit. And Peyton Jancy comes in, gives up no runs on no hits, and strands 3 runners on base. And that will do it for the first inning of play. Time of the game so far, 28 minutes, and we'll be back after this break here on Magnitude Sports.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, game...
All right, welcome back. Evan Berg will lead things off. Sends the first pitch in for a ball on Berg, and it's 1-0. Nolan Chasko on the mound took care of the Patriots on 12 pitches on 3 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts in the top of the first. And now he's tossed 2 balls here to Evan Berg, and on 14 pitches, 5 balls and 9 strikes as we hit the 30-minute mark of the ball game now here in the top of the second. And West Fargo will have to come from behind again. They've had to come from behind in the round of 16. They've had to come from behind in the quarterfinals, and now they're in a hole here in the semifinals as well. And this will not be an easy task, but it's not an impossible task either. That one drops for ball 3, and a runner on would certainly benefit the West Fargo Patriots' cause here. There's a strike on a 3-0 count. West Fargo getting here with an automatic 1-0 win over Mound West Tonka, who backed out of the tournament. And then in their first true game of the season, they would down Ashland, Nebraska by the final score 16-1 in 5 innings. That one's fouled away. West Fargo would pick up a 10-2 win over Coon Rapids in 6 innings in day 2 of pool play. And then in day 3 of pool play, they'd have 2 more games. They would walk off Mitchell in extra innings, 12, 11, and 8. And then a 10-0 blank of Creighton Prep. Omaha Post 1. That one chopped over towards the third baseman, and Giesbrecht fires it over for Carrier for the 5-3 ground out.
Next up for West Fargo, number 10, Caleb Deere.
I hit the wrong button there, so we'll adjust that. But at least West Fargo's getting some contact on the pitches now. They were not able to make contact, I don't believe, in that first inning of play. Caleb Deere, the batter. He had that 3-run homer against Woodbury yesterday. He won't be able to tie up the game on one swing of the bat, but he could possibly put a hit, or if he hits a home run, a run on the board. Nice pitch there, right down the middle. Fastball from Chasko in for a 1-1 count, or check that, a 2-1 count. Pitch 20 for Chasko here. That's in for strike 2. 8 balls, 12 strikes on 20 pitches for Chasko. And it's a 2-2 count. 1 away, no runners on. And the windup in the 2-2 delivery. Swung on, right over the head of Chasko, but not past Vassert. Vassert fires it over to Carrier for the 6-3. And that's out number 2. Brings up Seth Wiggestrand.
Next up, second base, Seth Wiggestrand.
Two away here, and West Fargo needs a hit desperately. Pitch a little bit high. If they don't get a hit, a runner on would be just as good. Right now, Manitoba has shut them down. There is a pitch that misses for a ball. That looked like a really good pitch down the middle too, but it must have been a little bit high. 2-1 the count. Chasko winds up, delivers low for ball 3. Ball fouled away, pitch, and another pair of balls, and that makes the count 3-1. Connor Entz is on deck. Here's the pitch. In for strike 2. Ball fouled away, ball, and a strike. Full count now here to Wiggestrand with Connor Entz on deck if Wiggestrand can reach base. He'll foul it away and he'll earn himself at least one more pitch. Official will award the honor to pitch, and payoff pitch number 2 comes inside. It actually hit him. It'll officially go into the books as a hit by pitch. And now West Fargo has that runner on. It took 35 minutes to get the first runner on base here for West Fargo. And now Connor Entz. Connor Entz has hit a home run on Magnitude. It was last season that he hit it. I believe it was either for the Aces or Vets. It wasn't a part of the Patriots. At least I don't think it was. That home run went deep over left field in a game last year for West Fargo Legion Baseball. Two and 0 now here to Connor Entz. Once again, the runner on is Seth Wiggestrand on first. And the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He was looking to hit that one out into possibly left center. Chasko sets, delivers. And this one, a little chopper right over towards Wheelgosh, and he'll fire it over to first, and that's all they need. They'll strand one on base, and no runs, no hits, one batter hit by a pitch, and that's all she wrote for the top half of the second. We'll take a break, and the home half of 2 is coming up next here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Batters 2, 3, and 4 due up here for Team Manitoba here in the bottom of the second. Peyton Jancy on the mound will toss pitch number 16. And that one's low and out for a ball, 1-0. Chasko reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Strike delivered there. 9 balls, 9 strikes on 18 tosses for Peyton Jancy. Here's the 1-1. That one's popped up and foul territory, and it's out of play. It's into the bullpen for Team Manitoba. So drop is a strike, and it's 1-2. Cody Gunderson on deck. We'll see Skylar Ramsey this inning as well here for Team Manitoba. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nolan Chasko. Pitcher versus pitcher battle, and that one hit him on the right foot. don't know, I thought it hit off the turf first and then hit him on the right foot, but it must have landed right on his toes. Hayden Farrager will come in, courtesy run for Chasko on first, and that'll bring up Cody Gunderson. 0 for 1, struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. That pitch is in for a strike. Looked a little high to me, but it's strike 1, and I'm sure the Patriots fans will take that. The 0-1 from Jancy. In for... Last one should have been a ball. That one should have been a strike, in my humble opinion. Either way, it's 1-1, so... And did he check his swing? He did. It's 2-1. A centimeter further on that swing, and I don't think he would have checked it. Two 2-1 delivery. There's strike 2. Strike and a pair of balls and another strike to make it the 2-2 count. Runner on first once again is Hayden Farrager, courtesy running for Chasko, the pitcher. And Jancy winds up and delivers the 2-2. That one's fouled off, and there'll be at least one more pitch here to Cody Gunderson. Do our best to filter out that buzz. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to check the microphone. That's the one thing I haven't checked yet. Full count, 3-2 here to Cody Gunderson. Pick-off attempt on first there on Farrager, and he's back in time. Skylar Ramsey on deck. Ethan Giesbrecht to follow if it remains at 2 outs or less by the time we get there. And he strikes him out. Inside edge, he got him on a full count, and that's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 4 for West Fargo. 3 of them going to Peyton Jancy. Ramsey, he singled down the third base line. It was a 2-run single to make the game 2-0 last time he was at the plate. That's the only hit of the game so far. The other 2 runs came in on bases loaded walks. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Ramsey. So 1 down here for Team Manitoba. Team Peyton Jancy, 2 pitches shy of 30. Here's pitch 29. That is going to be a low for a ball, 1-1.
Now coming to the plate, number 24, Ethan Geisenbrecht.
All right, I figured out what the buzz was. The power cord to my laptop was sitting on top of the microphone cord. So as soon as I removed that, it went away. So mental note, if that happens again, check for that. Ethan Giesbrecht, the batter, 0 for 0. He walked last time he was at the plate. And he has 1 ball, no strike here at the moment. And now firing up to second. I think they got him. Yes, they did. And that is out number 3 Giesbrecht will return to the plate in the bottom of the third since he didn't finish his at-bat, and that'll take care of business here. No runs on no hits, and they leave nobody stranded on base as a result of the tagout, and it remains 4-0 going into the top of the third. We'll see if the Patriots can chip away at that deficit when we return after this here on Magnitude. Be right back.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new, fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, it's Easton Heisler started off here for West Fargo Patriots. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 to kick off the top of the third. 4-0 deficit. Peyton Jancy and crew holds Manitoba to no runs in the bottom of the second. Now they'll look to chip away as Gunderson points out a ball sitting on the field, and Ryan Slatcher comes out and takes care of that potential problem. So once again, Easton Heisler, Nolan Dodds, Brennan Hammond, 8, 9, and 1. First pitch missed for a ball, 1-0. That was pitch 33. And a strike. He may have went a little bit too far in a swing on that one. And that one's high for a ball, 2-1. Ball, strike, ball in that order to Easton Heisler. 47 minutes into the ball game now here in a 4-0 game in favor of Manitoba on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. There's strike 2 to Easton Heisler. Once again, Nolan Dodds is on deck. Brennan Hammond to follow. We'll see Heisler, Dodds, Hammond for sure, and we'll see if we can get any further into that lineup or not here, as that one's fouled away and will remain a 2-2 count. And the 2-2. That one's popped up, and it must have made it over the roof of this press box, because if I'd been sitting up another 5 feet, it may have been in my right hand. That was, if you draw the first base line, if you continue to draw that right up to the press box, I'm sitting right there. So I'm basically sitting on the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Heisler has a full count. Chasko hasn't walked anybody yet, and he will not walk anybody as of the moment as well, as that one's fouled away. He has hit one batter. That's the only run on at the moment. And that one hit to right field, and that will be good for possibly a double. And he didn't get the grip on it. Will they send him to third? They will. And here comes the throw. And Heisler's on with a triple to right field.
Now coming to the plate, the 9-hole hitter, Nolan Dodds.
So Caleb Anderson will come in and take over the running responsibilities on third for Easton Heisler. And now with nobody out, the West Fargo Patriots are 90 feet away from getting that first run on the board. Nolan Dodds will step up to the plate, and he's had success on Magnitude Sports. That one's fouled away for strike one. 10 of 17 lifetime on Magnitude Sports is Nolan Dodds. Most of his hits going to left field or right center, according to his spray chart. And this one hit down the line to third. They'll throw it home, and he'll be tagged out. And that will put Nolan Dodds on with a fielder's choice. Kind of a curious play there.
Now up to the top of the order for West Fargo, number 5, Brennan Hammond.
Could have had runners on the corners potentially, or maybe caught in a rundown, and then if an erred throw might have allowed him to score there. I'm not exactly sure what the strategy was on that play, but it's not my job to question the coaches or the players' decisions. That one hit deep to left field, and it's over the head of the left fielder, Matt Thompson. And they're going to hold the brakes on Nolan Dodds at third. It's a double for Brennan Hammond, and now things are clicking here for West Fargo.
Coming to the plate now for West Fargo, number 3, Trey Stalker.
That one's fouled away for a strike. Nope, sorry about the camera there, folks. Time is called now as catcher Gunderson will walk up and hand the ball back to Chasko and share some words of wisdom with him. Trey Stalker's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. It was part of the batters 1-2-3 strikeout 1-2-3 for Chasko. Base hit would be huge. It would cut the lead in half. Pitch comes low for a ball. If Stalker could reach base, that would load the bases for a dangerous hitter in the lineup, Griffin Stahl. And even if he doesn't load the bases, he's still a dangerous hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's going to be a pass ball. And coming in from third is Nolan Dodds. Advancing to third is Brennan Hammond. And West Fargo's on the board. It's 4-1. And now the Manitoba coach is going to make a trip to the mound here. Chasko currently at 45 pitches, 19 balls and 26 strikes. And it appears to be just a conversation this time around. I will not be making a pitching change at the moment. We always seem to get behind the pole on a pitcher. I noticed that about a half an inning ago, and I slid the camera over to the right a little bit so the pole wouldn't be covering up the pitcher. So Nolan Dodds scores on a pass ball, and Brennan Hammond advances to third on that same pass ball. 1 out, runner on third in a 4-1 ball game. Brennan Hammond on third, Trey Stalker, 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is low for ball 3. 3-1 count. And the pitch is low, and they'll walk them. And runners on the corners now. And that'll bring up Griffin Stahl.
Number 3, hitter Griffin Stahl.
He struck out last time he was at the plate, but everybody who Chasko has struck out is now standing on base or at the plate. Time is called. And that's low for a ball. And if that keeps happening, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Chasko sees another visit to the mound. And there's a strike, 1-1 here. Griffin Stahl. Several hits on Magnitude Sports over the past 2-3 years. He'll face pitch 50 from Chasko. That one's hit well to right field, but not well enough. It's a line drive out to Skylar Ramsey, and then tagging on third is Brennan Hammond. He will score. It's a sacrifice line drive fly for Griffin Stahl, and it makes it 4-2.
Now coming to the plate for West Fargo, number 7, Evan Berg.
So now one runner on, that's Trey Stocker on first. So 2 runs on 2 hits now for West Fargo. Evan Berg grounded out to third base last time he was at the plate. And the pitch is low, and it's ball 2. .28 strikes and 22 balls on 50 pitches for Chasko. Now he's going to toss pitch 53. We're 57 minutes into the ball game. West Fargo trying to battle back. And that one's going to be popped up. Could be a chance there for Wheelgosh, and he'll make the catch, and that's 3 outs. They will stand 1 on base, but they get 2 across on 2 hits, and they leave 1 on base, no errors for Manitoba, and that ends the top of the third. 4-2 on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard, and the Patriots have made it interesting once again. Manitoba will exchange the gloves for the bats and come out swinging and try and get those runs back when we return after the break here on Magnitude.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, coming out of the break there, the first pitch just blazed by Ethan Giesbrecht for strike 1. Giesbrecht 0 for 0. He drew a walk last time he was at the plate. There's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and a quick 0-2 count to Ethan Giesbrecht. We'll see Tyson Vassert and Nixon Carrier this inning. Batters 5, 6, and 7 for Manitoba here in the home half of 3. And that one's a little high for a ball. 1-2. We've hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game as of right now. First pitch at 11:33 this late morning. And there's ball 2. Pair of strikes and a pair of balls to bring us to the 2-2 count. And a 2-run ball game. Now on's out of play. Jancy at 35 pitches now, 16 balls, 19 strikes. He'll set and wind and deliver the 2-2. And that one's chopped foul out of the batter's box for an unofficial strike, and it'll remain 2-2. And 2-2 number 2. In for strike 3. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Number 4 for Jancy, number 5 for the Patriots.
Next up for
and Tyson Vassert. Last time Vassert was at the plate, a pitch would hit him on the right toe, and he would advance to base as a result. And there's a strike thrown by Jancy. Things starting to look up here for the West Fargo Patriots after a first inning that was not the hottest for West Fargo. One ball, one strike, one out. No runners on. Once again, Tyson Vassert, the batter. Jancy delivers. Vassert goes out to right center field, and there for the catch is Caleb Deere for out number 2.
Coming to the plate now, the number 7 hitter, number 20, Nixon Carrier.
So Nixon Carrier will face pitch 41 from Jancy. 17 balls, 23 strikes on 40 tosses. And here's toss 41. And that one's hit out to right field as well. It's going to drift foul, and can Deere get there? No, he cannot. He'll be a few steps shy. He'll drop for a strike. Oh, 0-1 here to Nixon Carrier. Cody Wheelgosh on deck. Strike 2 delivered there to Carrier. Fouled away a pitch and then the strike, and now we'll see if Peyton Jancy can get his, I believe, his 5th Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout here. Winds and deals. Swing and a miss, and it's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 5 for Peyton Jancy, and that ends the 3rd inning of play. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And we go now to the top of the 4th with Caleb Deere, Seth Wiggestrand, and Connor Entz. Batters 5, 6, and 7. Chasko will toss pitch 54 when we return from the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. Caleb Deere will lead things off here for West Fargo in a 4-2 ball game here in the semifinals of the Gopher Classic Baseball Tournament. Swing and a miss, strike one for Caleb Deere across 16 different locations. Started with 96 teams, and now we're down to 3. Manitoba, West Fargo, and the winner will play St. Michael Albertville immediately following this game. 1 ball, 1 strike. Want to say hi to Jim watching from Denver, North Carolina. He said he apparently missed the alert, sent me a text saying is the game late, and I sent him a screenshot to prove that we were on, and now he's watching. And ever since I sent that screenshot, West Fargo has been chipping away, and they get another chipper here over to Vassar, and he cannot make the play. Vassar will be charged with an error, and Caleb Deere is on base. So 1 error per team now. Seth Wiggestrand. He'll be hit by a pitch last time he was at the plate. I believe it happened on either a 1-0 or a 2-0 count, if memory serves me correctly. Takes strike one here. So once again, the runner on with nobody out is Caleb Deere. Got there on an error charge to the shortstop, Tyler Vassart, and you could see his body language saying he wished he would have had that one back. And maybe the opening that West Fargo needed. We'll see. That one fouled off, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Missed it inside, but just barely. 1-2 to Wiggestrand. On deck is Connor Entz. And this will be pitch 60 for Chasko. Time is called. Wiggestrand steps out, steps back in, gets set. Chasko gets set, winds and delivers. That one's hit to center field, and Montgomery is going back, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 1 as Wiggestrand flies out, brings up Connor Entz.
Coming to the plate now, number 32, Connor Entz. Substitutes for Connor Entz, number 21,
Casey Clemenson will step into the batter's, let's try that again. He'll step into the number 7 spot in the batting lineup here for West Fargo. 2 for 4 when I've broadcasted Casey Clemenson games, lifetime on Magnitude. And strike 1. "26 balls, 34 strikes on 60 pitches, and now pitch 62 coming up for Chasko. The 0-1 is high for a ball, 1-1. So Easton Heisler moves into the on-deck circle. I believe it's him. Yes, it is him over there. So we're in the catcher's gear, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Chasko delivers. That one hit through the 5-6 gap into left field. That's going to be a single, moving Caleb Deere up to second base. And now they have 2 runners on for Easton Heisler.
Now coming to the plate, number 14, Easton Heisler.
Heisler tripled to the corner in right field last time he was at the plate. Won that bounce fair and eventually rolled foul. And when I say the corner, I do mean the corner. He'll square up for that sacrifice bunt right up towards first base, and he's going to be out, but they will advance the runners into scoring position, and that's exactly the purpose of that play, and it served its purpose well.
Coming to the plate now, the nine hitter, number 2, Dodds.
Second baseman coming over to cover, Deere to third, and Clemenson up to second. And now Nolan Dodds pops one up foul, and that one it will be caught by I thought it was going out of play. But Carrier will make out number 2. Well, actually, that was out number 3, so they'll leave 2 stranded on base, and that will take us to the home half of the 4th. Mankato avoids a scare there that could potentially tie the game, and it remains 4-2. Cody Wheelgosh, Hugh Montgomery, Matt Thompson, batters 8, 9, and 1. Peyton Jancy will toss pitch 44 when we return from the break here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, we return to the bottom of the 4th. Manitoba, I emphasize that because I said it wrong going into the break. Up by 2, 4-2 here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard.
Number 27, Cody Wheelgosh.
Cody Wheelgosh, the batter, drew a walk last time he was at the plate. As a result, he's 0 for 0. Peyton Jancy will toss pitch 44 to start the bottom of the 4th. And Caleb Deere is going to be replaced by Cooper Borkart. So that's the defensive change for West Fargo in right field. And that one's going to be sent out to left center. And the catch is made there by Trey Stalker for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Peak efficiency for Peyton Jancy there on that toss. And we'll see if he can do 2 for 2 against Hugh Montgomery.
Coming to play now, the number 9 hitter, Hugh Montgomery.
And that one fouled off, and that one will not be caught for sure this time, although he did give chase. Montgomery was rung up on a strikeout. He went down window shopping last time he came to the plate. That one's a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Hugh Montgomery. One. That one popped up. That could be a chance there for Wiggestrand. No, it's actually going to move over to Hammond. And that's out number 2. Doesn't matter who catches it as long as they get the second out, I guess. 2 outs on 2 outs on 4 pitches so far here for Jancy. And Matt Thompson, 0 for 1, swing and a miss, and he's 0 for 1 on the count. He drew a walk, and then he struck out looking last time he was at the plate as well. Swing and a miss for strike 2. He may have gotten a small piece of that one, but either way, it's a strike, and it's 0-2. Can he send him out 1-2-3 on 7 pitches? Yes, he can. 7-pitch inning for Peyton Jancy, and Manitoba goes down 1-2-3. It's his 6th strikeout of the end of the game, and now the Patriots will come back to bat with the top of the order. Hammond, Stocker, and Stahl when we return. It's 4-2 in favor of Manitoba here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Four complete and a 2-run ball game. 4-2 in favor of Manitoba at the moment here, but the Patriots have been clicking in the last couple innings here, and they are threatening to potentially tie and or take the lead here. And they'll start with the top of the order. The last time the top of the order was start an inning, they went down 1-2-3 on 3 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts. But Brennan Hammond is 1 for 2. That strikeout, as I mentioned, on his first at bat, and then he would double to the wall in left field past Matt Thompson last time he was at the plate. And that pitch comes in for a strike, apparently. 0-1. And that one's low for a ball, 1-1. It's actually 2-1. There's strike 2. So Chasto now approaching pitch 70. And this one will be a little grounder towards third. That's going to be a tough play. And he runs it out. It's an infield hit.
Next up for West Fargo, number 3, Trey Stopper.
Hammond there with a little 3/4 hit. Almost served the purpose of a bunt almost. So Hammond moves on to first base. First pitch will miss for a ball here to Trey Stocker, 0 for 1. Struck out swinging, and then he drew the walk last time he was at the plate. Swinging and a miss. It was a good pitch to swing at, but he could not make contact, and it's 1-1. A nice breezy day here. Still haven't hit 80 yet. We're at 79 right now. Pitch comes outside for a ball. It's 2-1, and Gunderson popping up quick to make sure Hammond stays at first. And the pitch is low for ball 3. It's a 3 balls, 1 strike count to Trey Stocker with Griffin Stahl on deck. That one comes off the handle of the bat, popped out right field. Ramsey's there, and he makes the catch. Out number 1. That brings up Griffin Stahl.
Coming to the plate now for West Fargo, Designated hitter number 15, Griffin Stahl.
Griffin Stahl struck out swinging and then scored a run on a sac fly to right field last time he was at the plate. It was more of a line drive to right field. Swinging and a miss, strike one for Griffin Stahl. Evan Berg moves into the on-deck circle. If no double plays happen, we'll see him for sure. Pitch 77 coming up for Chasko. That one's in for a strike. 0-2 to Griffin Stahl. We'll see if he tries to send one down the middle for strike three, or maybe send it to the outside for ball one to see if Stahl will chase. And he will go down the middle, and that one is fouled away. One out, no balls, two strikes. That one hit hard past the first baseman into right field. Nixon Carrier dived for it, but he could not quite get the stretch he needed, and it's a base hit to put two runners on.
Running the plate now for West Fargo, number 7, Evan Berg.
So Hammond on second, Stahl on first with the single, Evan Berg, and now a visit to the mound, and that might do it for Chasko. And no, it looks like Chasko's going to stay on the mound, or at least for the moment. Coach is looking back to the dugout, but he hasn't taken the ball away from Chasko. Now he has. So Chasko's day comes to an end on 79 pitches, 32 balls, and 47 strikes. He'll be responsible for Hammond on second and Griffin Stahl on first should they come around and score. And it looks like the new pitcher is going to be number 23, Jack Lucier, I believe is how the coach told me to tell it.
Team Manitoba, number 23, Jack Lucier.
So the new pitcher will get some warm-up tosses here. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back. 4-2, and West Fargo has the tying run on first base. More coming up after the short break here on Magnitude.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, Jack Lucier taking his final warm-up tosses. He'll face Evan Berg, and with one out, potentially Caleb Deere, assuming no double plays occur. We're 1 hour and 24 minutes into the ball game. And he'll get two more warm-up tosses, and then Evan Berg will step up to the plate here for West Fargo once again to reset. Runners on first and second. Griffin Stahl on first. Got there via a hit that snuck by the first baseman in right field. And then up on second is Brennan Hammond. And that was the final warm-up pitch, and here comes Evan Berg.
Number 7, Evan Berg.
One out, two runners on, and a deficit of 2 for the Patriots. And Lucier will wind up and deliver. First pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Chaska pitching 5 1/3 innings. He'll be responsible for Hammond and Stahl if they come around and score. And that pitch is low for a ball, 2. And that one hit the center field, and that's going to drop. Rounding third is Brennan Hammond. Pumping the brakes on second is Griffin Stahl. And the Patriots sneak within 1. It's 4-3. It's an RBI single that scores Hammond for Evan Berg.
Coming to the plate, number 10, Caleb Deere.
And now Caleb Deere with runners on first and second and 1 out will have an opportunity to get a hit that would potentially tie the game. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to the shortstop and then reached base on an error charge to the shortstop. Both teams have 1 error in this game. And that one, line drive to second. Now back to first, double play, and that'll take care of the inning. They'll leave 1 stranded on base as a result of the double play, and that will bring us to the middle of the 5th. 4-6, let's see here. 4-3 double play. 4-3 double play. And that'll bring us back to Manitoba in the bottom of the 5th when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Bottom of the 5th.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture, and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, bottom of the 5th. I believe we have a new batter here in the number 2 spot. It's either 4 or 14. I can't tell. It's 14. It is still Nolan Chasko. So he will not come out of the batting lineup even though he came off the mound. 2 balls and no strikes here to Nolan Chasko. 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice and was hit by a pitch. There's a strike. 2-1. And that one's high for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. 2 balls, strike and a ball to bring us to the 3-1 count. And we'll see if Jancy can battle back. He'll wind and deliver in for strike 2. Nice pitch, a fastball down the middle. I was kind of thinking that might be the pitch of choice on that situation, and it turns out it was. Nobody out, a full count now here to Chasko. Swung on and hit right over to Connor Entz. Entz will race over the bag, and it's a force out on a direct ground out to first for Nolan Chasko, bringing up Cody Gunderson.
Catcher number 17, Cody Gunderson.
One up, one down. Jancy took care of Manitoba on 7 pitches in the bottom of the 4th, and now that was pitch 6 of the inning, so it'll be a few more pitches this time around. 1 hour and 31 minutes, time of the game so far. There's the 1-0 delivery. Now we'll just miss to the outside. 2-0 here to Cody Gunderson. Jancy 2 pitches shy of 60. And the 2-0. Swung on, fouled away for a strike. 2-1. And a strike is called. And that evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runs in the 3rd, 1 run in the top of the 5th, and West Fargo's crawled within a run. They have not given up any since that first inning. Since the 4 runs have scored, West Fargo's put up 12 outs. That includes the 1 out here in this inning. That one hit hard, but not hard enough. It will not get by Hammond. He will fire it over to first for the 6-3 ground out. Hammond to Entz, and a nice play there to get out number 2.
Now coming to the plate for Manitoba, number 15.
Skylar Ramsey is responsible for the lone hit in the game here for Manitoba. And he's responsible for half the amount of runs driven in. He's driven in 2 of those 4 runs on that hit down the 3rd base line. Swing and a miss for a strike 1 here to Skylar Ramsey. Since that 2-run single to left field, he would ground out to the second baseman on a 4-3 last time he was at the plate, and now this is his 3rd trip to the plate. 0-1 as Jancy gets set, winds, delivers. Swung on, and that one's going to be popped up and fouled away. They will not be able to make a play on it. Result in strike 2. We're now at 83 degrees. It has warmed up rather nicely. There's a nice breeze, so makes it feel a little bit cooler than 83, but a check swing that resulted in a fouled away pitch and maybe a little bit of a lucky break there if you're a Skylar Ramsey fan or a Manitoba fan in general. Once again, a couple innings ago, I apologize for saying Mankato. I did a couple of Mankato games in this tournament already, and it just kind of happened. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. It's the 7th of the game for Peyton Jancy, and that will end the 5th inning of play. Wiggestrand, Clemenson, Heisler, batters 6, 7, and 8 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, Patriots have been chipping away. They got 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, and now they're down by 1 after falling behind 4-0. And as we've mentioned on a couple occasions early on, they've had to come from behind in almost all but one of their games, 2 of their games actually. And they're right on pace with what they've done in the last 3 or 4 games now. Seth Wiggestrand takes the pitch for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch, and then he would fly out to center field last time he was at the plate. And the pitch, 1-1, and that one is no good for ball 2. Kind of took a weird spin, came to the inside and went to catch it. The ball rolled up his glove and over the tip of it. 2-1. 3-1. Casey Clemenson is on deck. Easton Heisler to follow. We'll see those 3 for sure. High for ball 4. A strike followed by 4 balls and a runner. The tying run is on base.
Coming to the plate now, number 21, Casey Clemenson.
3 1s on 6 hits. They've left 5 on base so far, West Fargo has in this game. Pickoff attempt to no success there on Wiggestrand on first. Once again, Casey Clemenson came into the number 7 spot 1 time through the lineup ago, and he singled to left field. Takes this pitch a little low, and it's ball 1, I believe. That was pitch 10 for Lucier. 7 balls, 3 strikes. And that's ball 2. The last 6 pitches by Lucier have all been balls. Set for the 2-0. Got a strike there, 2-1. That one going to right field. It might drop, and it will drop for a base hit. The 7th hit of the ball game, and now the go-ahead run is on base. Casey Clemenson 2 for 2 with 2 singles now, and that brings up the next batter, Easton Heisler.
Coming to the plate now, number 14, Easton Heisler.
But first, we'll have a visit to the mound here for Manitoba. And it looks like it's just going to be a chat at this point in time. Trying to get a better position around that pole, but it doesn't seem like that I can do any better than that. That's a little bit better. We'll go with it. Easton Heisler is the new batter. Triple to the corner in right field and a sacrifice bunt. Now he squares up again, and the throw up to second is not in time. He's back safely just in the nick of time, and the pitch comes across for ball one. So we'll see if Heisler squares up again. He was able to get the job done, and he will square up again. Now pulls it back, and it's 2-0. And now Heisler will run back and chat with his third base coach, as will the runners. Once again, runners on first and second. Seth Wiggestrand on second. On first is Casey Clemenson. The batter's Easton Heisler. On deck is Nolan Dodds. 2-0. Squares it up, bunts it foul. Strike one. And it's bunt down the third base line, and there's nobody there. It's going to be a bunt single to load the bases. The third baseman did not come up the line, and the closest one to it was the pitcher, and he placed it perfectly down that third base line. And now there's nobody out, and the base is loaded, and it's Nolan Dodds coming up to the plate. So bases loaded. Wiggestrand on third. Clemenson on second. Heisler on first. Actually, we'll have a courtesy runner. Let's see if I can find out who that is before the pitch is delivered. I didn't see him sneak in. It's number 6. And that is, let me look at my roster. I almost have him memorized, but not quite. Carter O'Lean will come in and run on first. Nolan Dodds 0 for 2, reached on the fielder's choice, popped out to Carrier, the first baseman, in foul territory last time he was at the plate, and that pop-out ended up ending the inning. Now he's down to the count 0-1 on the first pitch as a strike. And that one's popped up, and it looks like Wheelgosh will make the catch for out number 1. They'll bring up Brennan Hammond as we return to the top of the order. Hammond's 2 for 3. Struck out swinging. Since then, a double to deep left field, and then a single on a 3/4 swing that almost served as a bunt. The pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. West Fargo knocking on the door. They have the bases loaded with 1 out. Base hit would give them the lead. And that base hit is going to happen right now. Tying the game is Seth Wiggestrand. Rounding third, Casey Clemenson slides in, and he is safe. And now the throw up to second, and there's a rundown between first and second. And he is out at first. And the run comes home. Wiggestrand, Clemenson, and O'Lean all score. And it's now 6-4 in favor of West Fargo. And Brennan Hammond is thrown out between first and second. He'll get credit for an RBI, for a 3-run RBI single. And then after the play, he'll get tagged out between first and second.
Coming to the plate now for West Fargo, number 3, Trey Stalker.
And they're saying he did not go, so it's ball 1. Trey Stocker 0 for 2, struck out swinging, drew a walk, and then he would fly out to right field on his most recent trip to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High for ball 2. And that one's low for ball 3. It may have skipped off the turf, too. There's a strike. Cashes in that free strike coupon. 3-1. And a strike 2. And now full count, Trey Stalker with 2 away. The base is empty. Griffin Stahl on deck if Stalker can reach base. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. And he'll be thrown out. He'll go into the books as a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Jack Lucier. And that will bring us to the bottom of the 6th. Ethan Giesbrecht, Tyson Vassar, and Nixon Carrier batters 5, 6, and 7 for Manitoba as West Fargo takes the lead on 3 runs on the top of the 6th. And now the Patriots need 6 more outs. And so far they have gotten 14 outs in a row on Manitoba. And we'll see if that pattern continues or not here when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, and that was the first pitch of the inning there. It'll come in for strike 1 to Ethan Giesbrecht. 0 for 1, walk, and struck out swinging on his 2 trips to the plate so far. And he'll tap that one foul for strike 2. We're 1 hour and 48 minutes into the ball game, and West Fargo chipped away in the top of the 3rd, added another one in the top of the 5th, and then had a big top of the 6th where they scored 3. And they have scored 6 unanswered after falling 4-0. And we'll see if Manitoba can provide an answer here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a ball, 1-2 to Ethan Giesbrecht. Peyton Jancy, 2 pitches shy of 70 now. He's at 68 at the moment, 69 coming up. 1-2 delivery. That one's popped up. That could be Wiggestrand's ball, and he will call for it, and he will back up and let Hammond make the grab. That is the 16th out in a row here on Manitoba.
Coming to the plate now, number 11, Tyson Vassar.
Tyson Vassar 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and a fly out to right field. Strike 1. Time is called as Vassar will back out of the batter's box, stretch out a little bit. 70 pitches, pitch 71 coming up for Jancy. 24 balls, 46 strikes on 70 pitches unofficially, according to my numbers for Peyton Jancy. We're at the 1 hour, 50-minute mark of this ball game. 4 runs in the first inning for Manitoba and nothing since. West Fargo has chalked up 15 outs since Manitoba scored their 4th run of the game. And that one's hit well, right center field. On the run, making the grab is Cooper Borkhardt. And that's out number 2. That's out 16 in a row now here, and can they make it 17 and send Manitoba back to the dugout to get their gloves? We'll find out here. Nixon Carrier 0 for 1, walk, drew a walk, and then he struck out swinging. Here's the pitch, swing, tapped it foul, strike 1. The 0-1 from Jancy, fouled away for strike 2. It's pitch 74, his 8th strikeout. No. I didn't have any wood to knock on. I apologize to the West Fargo fans. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maybe pitch 75 will do the trick. No runners on, 2 away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the delivery. Ooh, tried to get that inside edge and just missed. Pair of fouled away pitches and a pair of balls. That brings us to the 2-2 count. Fouled away. Double sevens, pitch 77. We're at is coming up. 1 hour and 53 minutes, time of the game. And the pitch. Got him! Pitch 77 is the Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 8 for Peyton Jancy. And that ends the 6th inning. 17 outs in a row for the West Fargo Patriots. And now they just need 3 more. They'll look for some insurance runs in the top of the 7th when we return after this. And it should be an interesting finish. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. All right, new pitcher on the mound here for Manitoba, and it's Dylan Schrader.
Coming to the plate now for
He'll face Griffin Stahl. Loose Year's Day comes to an end, 26 pitches, an even split of 13-13 on the ball strike count. Griffin Stahl 1 for 2, struck out swinging, a sac fly to score a run, and a single to right field. And now that one's low and out for ball number 2. Evan Berg is on deck. We'll see Caleb Deere this inning as well. And there's a strike, 2-1. Two balls and a strike here at Veterans Field in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Home of Minnetonka High School right behind us here, about maybe 50 or 75 yards. 3-1 the count here to Griffin Stahl. Once again, Evan Berg is on deck. And he'll walk him. Griffin Stahl is on base.
now coming to the plate for West Fargo. Number 7, Evan Berg.
Some St. Michael Albertville players are starting to walk in now. And they'll play the winner of this game. And still a 2-run game and a lot of baseball to play in one inning. And we'll see if West Fargo can hang on to this lead or not. Carter O'Lean will come in and courtesy run for Griffin Stahl on first. Evan Berg now 1 for 3. Ground out to first. A fly out to second base. And a single to left field. And this one fouled away. I think he squared up for a bunt. I just looked up. And the bat was not in a swinging position. So I think it was a bunt attempt, and it will go into the books as strike 1. A 1 pitch, high and out for ball 1. 1-1 the count here to Evan Berg. Caleb Deere on deck. Runner on first is Carter O'Lean as we get a few wind gusts here at Veterans Field in Minnetonka. 83 degrees is the current temperature. That was the forecasted high. We'll see if it creeps above 83 or not. 2 minutes shy of 2 hours on this game. Pickoff attempt at first there on O'Lean is no good. And the pitch is high for a ball. 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. Gunderson will go up and talk with Schrader. The official will ask for a couple more baseballs to put in his pocket. Two balls and a strike. Runner on first is Carter O'Lean. Batters Evan Berg, 1 for 3. Ground out, fly out, and a single. And the pitch inside, ball 3. And the next pitch for Schrader will be pitch number 10. Manitoba on their 3rd pitcher of the day. That one hit well to left field. And at the warning track, about a foot in front of it, making the catch is Matt Thompson.
Now coming to the plate for West Fargo, number 10, Caleb Deere.
Had that been a hit at the Bloomington field, it would have been a 2-run homer. This field a little bit deeper than the Bloomington field was. Runner goes, and he drops the ball, and he'll get the free stolen base. Gunderson popped out to try and throw it to second, but the ball slipped out of his hand. One ball, no strike, and another one going out to left field for Matt Thompson. And he'll make that catch too. Runner will tag, and the throw to third not in time. And Caleb Deere advances to third base. But now there's 2 outs.
Now at the plate for West Fargo, number 9, Seth Wigestrand.
Seth Wigestrand with 2 outs, and Carl Lean 90 feet away from making it a 3-run game. Inside, ball 1. Wigestrand 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, then he flied out to center, then he drew a walk last time he was at the plate. 1-0. And that'll be hit by a pitch for the second time in this game. And barring some big turnaround, probably the last time in this game for Wigestrand. Casey Clemenson, a pair of singles, one to left field, one to right field. And now time is called, and the visit to the mound will occur. Now looks like Schrader will stay in the game here. 2 away, runners on the corners. Carter O'Lean on third. Seth Wigestrand on first. And they are talking to coach right now. .6-4 ball game. West Fargo looking for the 10th hit of the game. They got 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 Manitoba error. And they will get hit number 10 right now, and that will score Carter O'Lean from third, and it's 7-4. RBI single for Clemenson. He's 3 for 3 on the afternoon. And he has a trio of singles.
Number 14, Easton Heisler.
And as a result, we have runners on first and second here for the West Fargo Patriots. Easton Heisler 2 for 2. Triple to the corners, sacrifice bunt and a bunt. Single. Very productive day at the plate here for Easton Heisler. We'll see if he can keep it going. I believe that first pitch was a ball. 1-0. And there's a strike and potentially 1-1. Wigestrand on second. Strike 2 to Heisler, and Casey Clemenson, the runner, on first. Actually, I think we have a different runner on first. No, we do not. It is Clemenson. Inside, ball 2. Let's just double check really quick. Yep, it is Clemenson. That one up the middle, and it'll be Wilgosh, and he'll fire it over to Vassar for the force out at second, and that will do it for West Fargo, Heisler will reach on a fielder's choice. As a result, they'll leave 2 on base, and they get 1 run. And now Manitoba needs 3 to tie and force the 8th, or 4 to walk it off and win to advance to the championship game. Manitoba needs 4 runs. Patriots need 3 outs. We'll see which one happens first. We'll get our answer right after the break here on Magnitude.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, Peyton Jancy will try and finish this one out here for West Fargo. They're up 7-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Manitoba needs 3 to tie, 4 to walk it off and win. If they score 2 or less, West Fargo's heading to the Gopher Classic Championship game. If Manitoba scores 3, they'll force West Fargo. They'll send West Fargo to the 8th inning. If they score 4, they'll send themselves to the Gopher Classic Championship game. They only have 1 hit in this game, and 17 outs in a row have been recorded on Manitoba by the West Fargo defense. Peyton Jancy has 8 Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts since he came in. I think he came in on the final out of the 3rd inning, of the 1st inning, I meant to say, if I remember correctly. It's Cody Wheelgosh, 0 for 1, walk and a flyout, swing and a miss there for strike 2. The flyout was to Trey Stocker in left field. I have to say that of all the baseball fields that I have broadcasted from, I personally really like this 3rd base line view of home, just off home plate. And a strikeout. That's strikeout number 9 for Peyton Jancy, the 10th for the Patriots. 3-pitch strikeout there on Wheelgosh. And now Hugh Montgomery, 0 for 2, struck out looking, and a pop out to Brennan Hammond, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. Pitch is in for a strike. So now it's 4 runs for Manitoba and 2 outs for West Fargo. Time will be called, as it looks like Jancy had to adjust some equipment on his catcher's gear there. Or I'm sorry, Heisler. Jancy does catch, but not today he isn't, or at least not in this game. The 0-1. Swung on. 1 bouncer to 3rd. Evan Berg picks it up, fires it over to Connor Ensk, out number 2. 4 runs for Manitoba, 1 out for West Fargo. That's what's needed.
Coming to the plate now for Manitoba, number 1, Matt Thompson.
Matt Thompson 0 for 2, drew a walk since then. Struck out looking and struck out swinging. And he'll take ball 1 on that pitch there. Peyton Jancy just tossed pitch 82, pitch 83 coming up. We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes time of the game so far. 7 runs on 10 hits and 1 Manitoba error. That one's popped up and it's going to bounce, and it took a weird bounce on the turf. And Brennan Hammond was unable to make the play due to the awkward bounce off the turf. I think he expected it to bounce up higher than the ball actually did. That'll go into the books as the second hit of the game. So they get a hit back in the first inning that scored 2 runs, and now they get a hit here in the 7th inning that puts a runner on base. Nolan Chesko is the batter. Oh for 2, fielder's choice, hit by a pitch and a ground out, direct ground out to first. That one hit up high. And that will do it. The West Fargo Patriots are going to go to the Gopher Classic Championship game coming up in about 30 minutes from right now.
1 hit, no runs. 1 game 7-4, West Fargo over Team Manitoba.
Time of the game, 2 hours and 11 minutes, and your final score 7-4. We're going to go ahead and go off air and get things ready for the next game. The watch link for the next game is already up. I think it says West Fargo versus one of 2 teams. That's the watch link you want to go to. I'm going to go and rename that link right now, and we're going to go off air, get the scoreboard reset for the championship game, which will start, scheduled to start at 2. It's probably going to be closer to 2:15. We'll see here, but we'll be back on soon. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.